Good evening. I am Amanda Mace, school leader of Mission Heights Preparatory High School, and I will be your master of ceremonies tonight. Thank you to all of you who are participating in this ceremony despite the unfortunate circumstances in our world today. You have shown grit today by putting on your cap and gown, surrounding yourself with friends and family, and celebrating this amazing achievement. And we are honored to join with you in this and are so proud of you all. At this time, would you all please rise and stand, yes, even from the comforts of your home, and welcome the class of 2020 as we show you this special slideshow introduction of each graduate. choir student, Jolene.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave?
Thank you, Jolene. That was so creative and lovely to hear both of your voices at the same time. The things you can do virtually. Please be seated, Phantoms. Before moving forward in our ceremony, I would like to take a moment to recognize the teachers and staff of Mission Heights Preparatory High School. They are an incredible group that has set high academic and behavioral expectations for all of our students. Not only that, when this pandemic hit our nation, they stepped up without hesitation or question and proceeded to teach despite the challenges. Your motivation, heart, and purpose in all you do for the students at MHP humble me and make me so very honored to work alongside you. Each of you have taken a part in helping these seniors reach their goals of graduation. Without you, this day would not be possible, so thank you. I would also like to take a moment to recognize all the parents, grandparents, and other important influences in our students' lives who are celebrating with us today. Students, now is your chance to honor them. Supporters, I know this day is truly special for you, and I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to educate your child. Before we move on with the ceremony, though, I would like to say a few words to the graduating class. Every year, I choose a theme for our student body and staff to reflect on and pursue. This year at Mission Heights, our theme was Be the Change. My hope with this phrase was that we, all the stakeholders at Mission Heights, would use motivation, heart, and purpose to be the change in the community of Casa Grande, be the change in our school, be the change in our homes, and to even start working on finding ways to be the change to better ourselves. In fact, someone said, you can't change what's going on around you until you start changing what's going on within you. I also reminded the students often that if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. This year has been a challenge more than ever for all of us, but especially you guys, the class of 2020. No one could have imagined the year you have had. To start, we had a death of one of our very own class of 2020 graduates. This brought our MHP family together through pain, but it also took a great deal of looking internally and pushing forward despite the loss. From this challenge, I learned to change how I connect with people. I never want to take a student or a moment for granted. Nolene, you will always be remembered and forever missed by this school leader and the rest of Mission Heights. You were loved. Later in the year, we all experienced the traumatic shock of a worldwide pandemic that put our socialization at a halt and our education in a very different format. You, our class of 2020, missed out on many monumental moments that will forever be missed in your minds and mine in sharing them with you. The grief of this loss affected all in different ways. What a challenge this has been, and through it, I have changed by appreciating more the time, the simple and important moments, and the connectedness that comes with relationship. And lately, our final challenge has come to us in the form of a cry to unite our nation in a way that shows kindness and respect to all cultures, races, genders, roles, and more. I have been challenged to have courage by speaking up, to show patience by listening, and to learn by educating myself first. Ultimately, I have learned that if I want to change this in the world, then it starts with me. If I want to be the change, again, I need to look to changing myself and then sharing it with the world. Class of 2020, this is my prayer for you. As I have shared, you have had an extremely difficult year. You should stop for a moment right now. In fact, I need to do the same thing. Breathe in and breathe out and sigh, because you did it. Despite all of these challenges, you showed grit and are here today. Look around you at the people in the room with you who have supported you, encouraged you, and loved you through the years. Please take a moment and thank them right now. Families, would you consider to take a similar moment right now and put your hand on your graduate's shoulder? Squeeze it and affirm them for their courage to finish, for it was not easy. In closing, remember this, graduates. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. In class of 2020, you have already overcome so much. Go out into the world now and show them what you got. Be the change. Phantoms, thank you for choosing Mission Heights. Parents, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to educate and know your child. One of my absolute favorite parts of my job every year as an educator is this moment, graduation. I am a writer and the words just aren't here, so I will stop. Simply put, I am proud, you are prepared, you are ready, and you are loved. Class of 2020, as you go out in the world, I implore you to be the change of your worlds. Thank you. I would now like to recognize 3 exceptional student award winners from the class of 2020 who will be addressing their fellow graduates. First, I am honored to introduce the winner of this year's Spirit of Leona Award. The Spirit of Leona is given to one graduating senior who has overcome personal adversity and persevered to attain their educational foundation. Students who are awarded this honor represent the truest measures of the founding principles of the Leona Group. It is my pleasure to present to you the 2020 Spirit of Leona winner, Teresita Rascon. Teresita Rascon is a 4-year phantom of Mission Heights, meaning she started with us from the beginning. Although, if we are being honest, Teresita, we should tell everyone that you first chose Vista Grande High School. She went for 1 day, realized it wasn't a good fit for her, and enrolled the next day at MHP. I'm so thankful you changed your mind and joined our family, because I cannot imagine our school without your smile, your leadership, and your presence. To know Teresita, you know that she is a young lady of such quiet integrity, strength, and grit. She has overcome many challenges that her peers probably don't even know she faced, as she never let them bring her down. She has learned that it is often through hardship that we grow. She does not play a victim. Rather, she chooses to lead others with her strong faith, radiant joy, and contagious optimism. Teresita is a leader through and through. While at MHP, Teresita has taken 2 years of the Cabot Medical Assistant Program. Additionally, she has taken honors, AP, and dual enrollment courses. She aspires to study nursing with her full ride to Central Arizona College, and once she completes her education there, she plans to transfer to Northern Arizona University. Thank you, Teresita, for your motivation, heart, and purpose in life. You are the spirit of Leona. Please welcome Teresita to the podium.
I'm just playing. Ritual ceremony, am I right? Good morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. My name is Teresita Rascon and I have the great honor and blessing to be this year's Spirit of Leona. Well, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet because I know very well you could just double tap the right side of your screen to skip in intervals of 10 seconds. But primeramente quiero agradecerle a mi Dios, a mis padres, a mis hermanos y a mi familia. Gracias por su amor y su apoyo inquebrantable. Los amo muchísimo. Next up, my friends and the staff of MHP. Thank you for your kindness and encouragement at all times, even when my dance moves were far from good. I see you, Miss Ashley Jenkins. Well, moving on, graduates of the class of 2020, congrats! You did it despite the many obstacles that appeared. You persisted and kept giving it your all, and this is just the start. Sonia Renee Taylor once said, "We will not go back to normal. Normal never was." Our pre-corona existence was not normal other than we normalized greed, iniquity, exhaustion, depletion, extraction. We should not long to return, my friends. We are being given the opportunity to stitch a new garment, one that fits all of humanity and nature. Class of 2020, as the future of this world, we have to lead and create the reform it desperately needs. That is, properly washing your hands and not discriminating, oppressing, and killing people based on the color of their skin, sexuality, beliefs, identity, and so on. Aspire and be the change we need. Keep learning. Spread kindness and love everywhere and to everyone you may encounter. And if you need some yourself, here's a smile, and here's some love. Congratulations again. I'm so proud of you guys. Now, go and get them, Phantoms. You got this. T-Dog, out.
Thank you, Teresita. We would now like to take time to honor this year's salutatorian and valedictorian. We would first like to honor our salutatorian. Jacob Lee is a 3-year Phantom, and he is missing that 4th year as he is graduating 1 year early. Maybe it was the nudging of his mom, Mrs. Lee, one of our very own fantastic English teachers, but Jacob has been extremely driven, taking almost all classes and honors and finishing his years at Mission Heights with a 4.78 GPA. He will be attending Northern Arizona University's Honors College in the fall as a 16-year-old. He plans to study mechanical engineering. Jacob was part of National Honor Society and was captain of our robotics team, who placed 10th in the state in our first year thanks to his leadership. Jacob, thank you for being the change at Mission Heights for the last 3 years. Without further ado, audience, it is my pleasure to welcome Jacob Lee to speak with you.
Good evening. Thank you for the honor of speaking tonight. I promise to be brief. This year has been unique to say the least. When most of us pictured 2020, we did not picture face masks and a death toll. We anticipated celebrations and hugging our friends and family. However, we have risen to the challenge and finished strong. We did not make excuses, we made solutions. That is who we are. We see a challenge and we persevere. That perseverance will help us be the change in our world. Despite the challenges posed this year, Mission Heights has left us with some lasting memories. As we leave our high school years with the knowledge that taxation is theft and y equals mx plus b, perhaps just as important, we leave with the memories. Like the cool experiments we did with Dr. Durabaj, or all the times that Mr. Power would use jokes or funny explanation to get a point across. Or how every time Mr. Potter would be saying or doing something funny, Mrs. Mace or Mr. Davenport would walk into the room right on cue. and all the interesting stories shared by Mr. Shepler, or even when we were in Europe and we got to take a toga bag down Mount Pilatus in Switzerland. These were the memories that we will keep. No matter what your next step is, I wish you success and happiness. Before I close, I would like to thank a few people who have supported me. I'd like to thank my brother and sister, who were always able to give me a few laughs through the years, but were also there to help me read roles for King Lear for my Shakespeare class. I'd like to thank my father for the help and explanations he gave me during math when I struggled, and for the interesting discussions we would have about philosophical or political topics or issues. I'd like to thank my mother, who is always there to proofread and fix my papers for me, and who would let me stay in her classroom during lunch with my friends. However, she has also helped me at home, where she was also my personal academic advisor. I would like to thank my grandparents, who were there to help me tailor some of my school uniforms, and they attended some of my school functions, and for mentoring my robotics team and supporting us at our competitions. Finally, I'd like to thank the robotics team for giving me the chance to improve my mechanical skills and letting me be a part of their great team. I wish them good luck and have fun at their next competition. Again, thank you for allowing me to speak tonight, and congratulations. We did it!
Thank you, Jacob. Mission Heights 2020 valedictorian is an extraordinary young woman, Miss Rebecca Calvert. Rebecca is an incredible young woman who has amazed us all with her academic accomplishments. She also took almost every class in her high school career as an honors course, and she received an A in each one. She has won scholarships from Rotary, Daughters of American Revolution, Zonta, and more. While at MHP, she was accepted to Central Arizona College's Honors College and has been taking classes in early education while already completing her practicum hours at Grande Innovations Academy. On top of all this, she was also captain of our cheer squad, who placed second at state this year. As well, she served on student council, National Honor Society, Zonta Women's Club, Youth Entrepreneurs, and was a student ambassador who went with me on junior high visits. Impressive, is she not? Finally, this young lady sticks to her middle name of praise as she helps lead worship at her church. In the fall, she plans to attend GCU Honors College, Go Lopes, and will continue studying elementary education. Rebecca, through thick and thin, you have shown your grit and will no doubt, do great things wherever you go. Mission Heights is so proud to call you ours.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Calvert, and I'm so honored to be able to be speaking to you today. So, as you can tell, this is not how we imagined our graduation ceremony would be. I thought I'd be walking in an auditorium, but here I am in beautiful Maine. And Miss Mace has always talked about how important it is to be the change. This year's slogan was "Be the Change," and we are the change. Right now we're in the midst of a worldwide pandemic, but it's not stopping us. You guys have been working so hard to get your graduation requirements, and here we are. We graduated, and I'm so proud of every single one of you guys. And one thing that will not be taken from us is our memories. We have had so many amazing memories at Mission Heights Preparatory High School. From Mr. Goodson freshman year putting Fantons on our shirt, and Mr. Davenport this year when we duct taped him to the wall, and then when he fell, the duct tape was right up to his neck. And so we've had so many amazing memories at Mission Heights. This is one thing that you guys should be proud of. Now, I want you guys to just take a moment and stop. In this generation, we just keep going. But this is such an amazing accomplishment. You have been working 13 long years to do this. We've had different things, different obstacles, like in Mr. Carlson's class, staying up till 3 a.m. finishing that late night homework. And we had to think, math is beautiful, it's like a unicorn. And the dialectical journals in Mrs. Lee's class. and for 2 years we did current events in Mr. Shepley's class. We worked so hard for this moment. And I want you guys to take a moment to thank the people that are with you today. For me, personally, I'm in beautiful Maine with my grandparents, and they've always been here supporting me through it all. And also my parents, I love them so much. They've always been my #1 supporters, and they're always there helping me through finals, getting me Starbucks, getting me snacks, and just always being there. Also, I'd like to thank my BFF WAD. You might not know what that stands for, but it's best friend forever without a doubt. She's been there since 7th grade, and I just could not do this without you. And also, the class of 2020. You guys are amazing, and I'm so glad that you guys are always there pushing me to do my best. Also, Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith was there in 8th grade, and in the class that I did not like was biology, and she was telling me that you can be valedictorian. And here I am, and I'm just so thankful for her. And also for me personally, God, without him, I could not do any of this. He's my strength and my shield. And for you, class of 2020, take this moment to think. If you're not with these people, then you hug them and tell them how much they mean to you. We could not do this by ourselves. So let's talk about other amazing things that we're going to do. Class of 2020, you guys, we finished school online. We had the best senior ditch day. We missed the whole last quarter of high school. Are you kidding me? We have had an amazing memories, and we're gonna do amazing things. We persisted. A couple people, we have 70 people in our class, but I would like to recognize 5 of them. But all of you guys are amazing, and I wish I had time to thank and tell you how amazing you guys are. But the first one I'd like to start off by recognizing is Brooke Long. Brooke Long has been in almost every single sports, like any sport she can do, she does it. And she also was the person who planned our Senior Assassin, which was so much fun, and the Powder Puff game. You are amazing, Brooke, and I just want to thank you and just recognize you. Also, Teresita Rascon, she is actually the spirit of Leona, and I'm so proud of you, and you're going to do amazing things. Also, Matthew Garcia is going to be the professional soccer player. Congrats to you. Also, Liz, she's always been involved in painting and drawing, and it's been amazing to see your work in YE, and I just know you're going to do great things. Also, the salutatorian, Jacob Lee, it's so crazy. He graduated in 3 years and is the salutatorian. It's so amazing. So just like these people, you guys are amazing. Class of 2020, we are going to be the future generations of engineers, teachers, and doctors, nurses. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are awesome. And now I would like to leave you with this quote. It's from Calvin Coolidge. Persistence is not like education, not like teaching, not like being a genius. Persistence is and will always be the thing that solves the problems of the world. Congratulations, class of 2020, we did it.
Thank you, Becca. Each year, our graduating class elects a faculty member that they feel best represents them to give an address at graduation. This year, the winner is Mr. Potter. Mr. Potter has been with us at Mission Heights for a few years now and is our teacher of our upper-level English classes, including English 101 and English 102. He also has coached our boys and girls soccer teams, and he is the sponsor of the popular Dungeons & Dragons Club. He has a passion for writing, photography, literature, and making our students laugh in awkward moments. He teaches with a passion that is evident in all he does. He is vulnerable, raw, and helps kids see the beauty and absurdities within literature and writing. I am excited for him to share with you tonight. It has a little of his awkwardness, a smidgen of his vulnerability, and a whole lot of his passion with you tonight. It is a complete honor to welcome Mr. Tony Potter to the stage.
First, I'd like to say that I may or may not be wearing pants. That's just one of the positives of getting to offer this commencement speech via video. Another is that you've got this video of me to watch over and over again, instead of the traditional graduation one-shot where you can easily forget all but an insight or two, unless it's like my classroom, in which case the insights are 1 to none, depending on your coffee consumption and my level of mania that day. I've complained about a lot over the last few months, but in this moment I feel the positives much stronger than the negatives, both for myself and for you. Yes, you had this quarantine to deal with, and it sucked for most, but it will slowly devolve into an annoying thing that happened once in high school, and maybe a little into college as well. I mean, it's not like there weren't things to complain about before this. In my classroom, I've witnessed the heated, angered pain of more breakups than I'd like to remember. I suffered through your weekly cries of despair when CCR rolled around each Friday. I've been a spectator to the most passionate condemnations of dress code, passports, and school lunches. Passion I would die to see applied to discussions of The Great Gatsby. My point is that high school difficulties are done, and now you're moving forward. And it's time to look to that future, a future composed of infinite possibilities. In the words of the 11th Doctor of Doctor Who fame, there's quite a difference between what was and what can be. There's an awful lot of one, but there's an infinity of the other. You are who you are right now, for good or bad, or somewhere in between. What was has made you into the person you are right now. You may be pleased by that person. You may have a sense of pride at the work you've put into that person. On the other hand, you may be timid and insecure about the person, or perhaps downright depressed at who you are right now. You are a person 18 or so years in the making, and with that amount of time comes the idea that you're a pretty firm, concrete, unchangeable human being with the assumption that you know what you're capable of. Please don't let that be true. You don't know what you can do and learn and become. Regardless of how you view yourself right now, there is an infinity of possibilities ahead of you, and what's past is a small thing compared to that. As Abraham Lincoln said, the dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. As our case is new, we must think anew and act anew. Your case right now is new. You're moving to college, military, trade school, and more, and you must think anew to tackle those challenges. Ralph Waldo Emerson said with consistency, a great soul has simply nothing to do. You cannot be stagnant and consistent and the same as you are now. You must be something more. You must see and understand more. Essayist Scott Russell Sanders wrote, "We sleepwalk through most of our lives, and every once in a while something happens that forces us to pay attention in a new way, and we suddenly realize that the world is so much richer and more magnificent and more wonderful." Graduating high school is one of those things, something new that is happening that has to force you to pay attention in a new way. As you move into this stage of life with infinite possibilities, you will encounter many things that you don't know, and you will need to work to make those things known. It's tempting to stick to what you know, as the saying goes. It's easy, second nature, a habit that's hard to kick. After all, according to one of my college professors, David Jouse, resisting the mind's tendency to converge on a comfortable certainty requires an arduous, active effort. There are many otherwise very talented students who find themselves stuck at the edge of uncertainty, unable to proceed. It requires effort to move from what you know to what you don't. If you don't know something, don't stand stuck at the edge of uncertainty. If you don't know how to accomplish a task, finish a class, get a date, eat a decent meal, figure it out. I know, figure it out is a not very profound sounding bit of advice, perhaps a little uselessly nonspecific, but I stand by the statement, figure it out. Things that are unknown range anywhere from difficult and daunting to seemingly impossible, but that's only because you don't know how to accomplish it. For me, it's like fixing cars, or having conversations, or dancing, as anyone who saw me attempt the worm at the beginning of the year can attest. I consistently make no progress toward making those subjects known because when they come up, I simply say, I don't know how to do that, and I'm off the hook. That's not acceptable. That answer, I don't know how to do that, is not a productive one. According to physicist Yuri Alom, if you're feeling fear and despair, your mind narrows down to very safe and conservative ways of thinking, meaning things you already know. The known is good. Yuri says the known makes up your basic assumptions and understanding of yourself and the world around you. So be proud of what you know. However, what you know now is not enough. There is a definite boundary between the known and the unknown, and the only way to discover truly new, profound things is to cross that boundary, to cross into the unknown. And yes, Frozen 2 is running through my head when I say those words. I challenge you to decrease the number of unknown things in your life. Add to the known. Every day, find something you don't know, and know it. You've all taken research writing. You can figure it out. I end with a piece of advice. Advice to help you cross the line into the unknown, to grab some of those infinite possibilities. And here it is. Don't enter the unknown alone. You need people to go with you, to support you, to help you make sense of things. You may find yourself much more on your own from here on out. Your college professors will probably not go through the effort your high school teachers did to communicate, check in, track your progress, make sure you succeed. You will most likely move away from home, possibly be on your own for the first time in your lives. You may not have a ready cache of people on hand to help you out. You'll have to seek them out. But seeking people out to enter the unknown with you isn't actually the advice I wanted to give. That's just the first part. Here's the rest of it. My advice to you, or a gift, if you want to see it that way. Remember us, your high school teachers and staff. Remember you have teachers here at MHP who are anxiously waiting for you to email them, call or text them, because that's allowed now, or stop by for advice, updates, or a hug, also allowed now. We are here for the rest of your lives, or the rest of ours. Hopefully we die before you. We are here to help you become what you want to be, or help you figure out what that is. I've taught, or coached, or awkwardly interacted with nearly all of you over the last 4 years. Some of you were in the very first classes I taught when I started teaching here 4 years ago. And right now, I'm rescinding all of my comments over the last 4 years regarding my own social anxieties and my exhortations that you not approach me in grocery stores. I take it all back. You can approach me in the grocery store. I'm telling you that there is a slightly mentally unstable, manic depressive, and yet passionate and caring teacher who is urging you towards success and ready to lend a hand, offer advice, edit a paper, or just listen. Because seeing you succeed is why I teach. It's why all of us at MHP do what we do. So go, be great.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. Phantoms and families, it is now my pleasure to ask Mr. Theodore Frederick to come on now to certify the graduating class of 2020 on behalf of the Kaizen Education Foundation. Please help me welcome him to certify our diplomas today.
Welcome, class of 2020. On behalf of the Kaizen Education Foundation, the governing board for Mission Heights Preparatory High School, it gives me great pleasure to certify that these graduates have met all the requirements to receive a high school diploma from the state of Arizona. Congratulations, graduates. I will now ask your school leader, Miss Mace, to present the diplomas.
Phantoms, at this time, we will be calling out the names of our students receiving diplomas tonight. We hope you all join us later in our parade to pick up your diplomas from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. As I call the name, you will see a slide come up with the student's picture, name, plan, and the goal for the future. Here we go, Phantoms. Let's get those diplomas. Congratulations, class of 2020. You are officially done. I would now like to introduce MHP Student Body President, Cherish Hollenquist, to lead us in the turning of the tassels.
Fellow graduates, please join me in the ceremonial turning of the tassel. We did it!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the Mission Heights Preparatory High School class of 2020. We sure wish we were all together tonight, but thank you for joining us. We hope you all now come by and pick up your diplomas at MHP at 6:30 p.m. If you have not done so already, please check your emails for instructions on when to come. See you soon, and God bless you all.
Good morning. It looks like another beautiful day in Richmond. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. So make sure you get out there today and say hi to your neighbor.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May it take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh, well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. As a slap bracelet, may you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress, having no possessions though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct, and may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh, well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Can imagine, oh, no matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses, go, 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 you can have it, oh. I told you, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have you don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to your good times we gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you